that we mentioned here, there's 7 sign changes, but there are 3 big ones. We talked about Mars is finally moving out of Gemini, where Mars has been for 7 months, since August of 2022. Mars likes to get moving, and he has been stuck in this one area of the chart, which is in Gemini. And he moves out toward the end, the 3rd week in March. Then we have Saturn, which takes about 2.5 to 3 years in each sign. And Saturn's moving into Pisces, the water sign. So we've got a lot to talk about in that. And then, as Susan mentioned, Pluto, which it spent 20 years in Capricorn, and it got here in 2008, which we remember might have been that financial structured collapse. And so Pluto's not done in Capricorn, but he does tip his toe into the next sign of Aquarius and then back into Capricorn. So for sure, this March period will bring in some clues, some hellos, that what this Pluto will be bringing in for the next 20 years as he completely goes through the sign of Aquarius. So let's dive into this Piscean scenario, into the whirlpool.
Your bailiwick, Sandy. The Pisces whirlpool.
The whirlpool, the spa. How about that?
There you go, the spa whirlpool.
Let's start with Wednesday, March 1st. And this is probably this to me is the best aspect of the month, where we got the 2 benefics. We start off the first on Wednesday. Venus and Jupiter are conjoining, they're coming together, they're linking arms at 12 degrees of Aries. And I call this popular positivity. It's like miscongeniality. It's very generous when the 2 benefics get together. So it shares this desire to go after something. Aries, there's no fear to take a risk. So it's very celebratory. It's very happy. It's very party-like, because it's activating freedom, love, and spending money. Maybe. What do you say about that?
Oh, for sure, spending money. For sure. And beware of that. That you may feel like, oh, look, I just got my Social Security check, or I did too in February.
As you say, yeah.
Or a tax refund, or my bonus came through, or whatever it was. Really easy to spend a lot of money on the 1st of March, but also could be really easy to make a lot of money in the markets. It's probably a good day for the stock market on the 1st of March with Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Aries. Or for any kind of, if you need funding for a project, it would be a good day to pursue that.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to take a risk, right? Yeah. Like push that forward, right? Aries, like come out of that hole or come out of that obstacle and move forward. And that's kind of why I call it popular. Thursday the 2nd, boom, we go into the Mercury making a conjunction with Saturn. So the planet, the thinker, conjoins with Saturn. Now, this is Saturn at the very, very last degree of Aquarius before Saturn moves into Pisces. He's only been here in one, so this is one pass. And to me, this is wear your laurels. And I spent some time on this on our podcast when I was talking about that of course, mythology that I love, and Apollo, the sun god, was racing after Daphne, who was a lovely nymph. And she's a chaste nymph. So she follows Armistice and doesn't want anything to do with that sex thing that you do with men, right? And so she calls to her father Zeus to please keep her from Apollo's attack, if you will, or him following her, coming after her. And he turns her into a laurel tree. So if you ever see in paintings a woman who is like turning it, she's a trunk of a tree with roots into the ground with her feet, This is Daphne, and she turned into a laurel tree. And what I call this, and I know I'm spending a little bit of time here, but Apollo wasn't upset about that. He took the leaves of her laurel, which is a bay leaf, glossy leaf, and wore it around his head, which is about victory, because he is victorious, having claimed her, which is really why, you know, we think about Caesar wearing his laurel crown. We think about the winner, the victory of the Pythian and the Olympic Games has all that laurel wreath about being victorious. And so this Mercury to the Saturn to me is more about, it's the voice of authority, and rely on your past achievements, claim victory about something.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's, this is the last day and the last hours, actually, of being able to make a big pitch about something, a project that's important to you, a message that you need to be taken seriously, or needs to be taken seriously by whoever you're talking to. This is about Mercury and Saturn together here, say that I got something important to say and you need to listen. And I am able to deliver it in a rational, responsible kind of way. And when I say this is your last chance to do that, I mean that. This Mercury conjunct Saturn is at 9:34 a.m., 8:34 a.m. our time on Thursday, March 2nd. Mercury moves into Pisces that afternoon at 4:52. So you've got the full business day on March 2nd. Have the meeting, have the serious discussion that you need to have. Because when Mercury goes into Pisces by the end of the workday, it's gone. Mercury in Pisces has moved from, okay, on it responsible Capricorn to, oh, isn't this interesting? Fuzzy creative Mercury.
Yeah, I really like that what you said there, because, you know, if what I was saying, to rely on past achievements, you know, push that paper forward, show what you are intending, show what you have done, show what work you have already accomplished that you want to move forward. So,
Yeah.
You know, might be time to ask for a raise too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you're
particularly
right.
with Venus and Jupiter still there together.